Okay, so I want to show how to take out a gtube. It's a good opportunity right now. She's been pulling on it, and it's popped out a couple of times, so I'm going to check the balloon. So I figured this is a really good opportunity to show like how a gtube is placed. This one, the brand is called Mickey, and she's at a 1.7 centimeter 14 French. So there's two sides to every gtube. There's the kind of like the lid, and then there is this spot right here where that's where the water for the balloon that holds the gtube in place is. So it's this white cap, and there's only certain types of syringes that these will work. So this is a mono eject. It looks like an oral syringe. It's not the same type for the oral syringe or that I use for her medications. I keep these in a spare gtube kit for this reason, because without these, this would be really tricky to figure out how to do. So to take out the gtube, I'm gonna put the syringe in this white cap. There's a hole for it, and I'm gonna pull the water. I like to give it a good tug for a few seconds before I actually pull it out, and then I keep it pulled out while I'm pulling the syringe out, because I don't want the water to go through. So now this is gonna just pop out like an earring, just like that. So you can see, like, it doesn't look like a gaping hole or anything. It kind of looks like maybe a deep belly button, right? So here's what a kit looks like. Sometimes I will put these in like a separate bin, but they'll always usually be in like a backpack, like especially when I'm taking her out. They'll come with the gauze so that you can, like, sometimes if like the person has just eaten and the gtube comes right out, like stomach contents will want to come out. So I'm gonna rub it. Does that tickle? All right, so this is what a gtube looks like, deflated. That's with the top off, the cap. So that's where the syringe goes. And these kits, because this is pretty flexible, kind of looks like, it reminds me of a golf tee. You would open up this lid part and it'll go in just like that. And all it does is it keeps this part stiff. So then when I'm gonna insert it, it's not gonna be so like floppy and hard to push in. So what a gtube looks like inflated, so I can do that. This is what it is. That's what's going on the inside. So I'm gonna go ahead and deflate that again. So funny. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and place this. Sometimes there's a lubricant packet, but you're gonna want, like, I'll even use petroleum jelly. And I'll stick that just right here. This just allows for it to really just slip in. There is sometimes some resistance, but it should just pop right in. Just like that. And then you take off this little golf tee. That's what I think of it as. And then I've already gotten another syringe of fresh water, and it's 4 milliliters. It's always 4. You always want to, like, when you're filling up these, you want to exactly 4. So I'll like pull in 5, get all like the big bubbles out, as many of the air bubbles as I can, and then push out until it's 4. So now all I'm gonna do, so that it's placed, put that like that. I'll squirt it out. And that really is all it is. If you're feeling a lot of resistance, oh, there's a little bit of water. Might be because you need just a little bit more of a lubricant. Or if it's, you know, if you don't know when, the G-tube popped out. Sometimes it will pop out. The stoma does like to try and close pretty fast. So the best thing to do is, like, if it does come out, just get it in as soon as you can. And it's really not that hard. It's really not. It should only take, you know, even between getting the setup ready, like a couple, you know, a few minutes at the most. And then something that the nurses will teach us, I don't always do this, but you grab, you know, in the kit, just a normal extension, and you can put this on. If you want to make sure that it's placed in the stomach, you can you can pull it out. So if you're getting stuff coming from the stomach, then you know it's in the right spot. That's it.